Thank you.
The gentlelady yields. I now recognize the chairman of the committee on, subcommittee on cyber, the gentleman from New York, Mr. Garbarino.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much for having this hearing, and very excited to support the Pivot Act. I know you read a couple names off of co-sponsors. I guess we didn't put our paperwork in, but we are going to be filing that right
Okay.
away. So we're going to be
Glad to have you on the bill.
Co-sponsor. So I'm sorry we didn't get that in soon enough. That was our fault. But thank you all for the witnesses for being here today. Mr. Rashad, which one is it? Rashad, wonderful, thank you. I want to focus, in your testimony, you identified early educational engagement is essential not only to growing the cyber workforce, but also making students and families aware that these careers exist to begin with. Last year, I led the DHS Cybersecurity Internship Program Act with Congresswoman Clark, and we were very proud of that bill. How do you think we can look to improve outreach to draw students and the public at large to these opportunities in cybersecurity?
I think we need to start as young as we possibly can. I know when we started our efforts in providing K-12 education and curriculum, we didn't think we'd be able to start as young as we could, and we had teachers come to us and say that we could provide cybersecurity awareness training at kindergarten. That really surprised us, but it's been incredibly effective. So I think there's a long game here where we really have to focus at that young of an age so that truly when kids are coming home and talking about becoming doctors, lawyers, engineers, they're also talking about becoming cybersecurity superheroes.
So when you talk about kindergarten, what kind of, what's happening at kindergarten to get students in?
So we're providing lesson plans to teachers so that we're not adding additional lessons, but we're taking existing lessons that teachers are providing and adding cybersecurity aspects into it. So basically, helping kids understand, what might be a threat, just opening their eyes.
Would it be helpful, you think, if CISA validated cybersecurity curricula for K through 12?
I think our main focus right now is developing that curriculum by teachers for teachers, and that's been our approach.
Does CISA have a role in helping develop that curriculum?
I think there definitely could be a role for sure, yes.
Do you know if the currently under the Department of Education, U.S. Department of Education, if there's any cybersecurity roles that they play in helping states to develop curriculum for cybersecurity?
It's not an area that I've focused in. Our partnerships from within my organization, the Training Institute, have been more directly with the academic institutions and their role.
Okay, so K through 12 is big, but what about getting expanding cyber education? What else can we do with expanding cyber education after K through 12?
I think we can take programs that have historically been focused at colleges and universities and start to move those downstream into high schools. And we're starting to see a lot of kids now coming out of high school that are essentially self-taught and are going directly into the workforce. I think if we take some of those programs that we've traditionally focused at college and university, they can definitely be applied at the high school level. And make sure that those kids coming out and going directly into the workforce are even more prepared than what they are. We're seeing some of these self-taught kids extremely capable and qualified.
That's great. And I mentioned the Chairman's Pivot Act and how that helps with the scholarships and getting people into the workforce. But there's 500,000 open cybersecurity jobs, at least now, nationwide. What can we do to get people into is there training programs, is there certification programs that people can start now that they don't have to wait to do 2 years in college? Because that's necessary, but is there something to get people in the workforce now?
Absolutely, and again, I think this is we see this again with kids coming out of high school directly into the workforce, a lot of self-training going on, a lot of corporate entities such as Fortinet, we're making our training and certification freely available so that kids either coming out of a degree program or coming directly out of high school can access that training with minimal barriers and in some cases no barriers at all.
Thank you very much. Dr. Russo-Mano, you talked about in your testimony about the challenges colleges face in aligning education and workforce needs. coming from higher education, how can we promote skills-based training and modernize degree programs to address this gap?
Well, thank you for that question. You know, as part of our Polytechnic initiative at the University of Memphis, we also have benefit of having our own independent school district. We have a pre-K through 12 independent school district associated with the university. So we're working very hard on expanding our dual enrollment, focusing on cybersecurity, applied AI, and advanced manufacturing. There's a lot of technology that goes into advanced manufacturing that many students are not aware of. You know, the advanced robotics, the sensors, the cybersecurity, the AI. So trying to get that penetration into the high schools through dual enrollment is part of a focus for us at the Polytechnic initiative at the University of Memphis. Hope to partner with others.
Thank you, Chairman. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. I now recognize the gentleman from New York.